Similarly, Brahm, when not perceived by us, does it mean he is absent? The total opposite of the question posed that if I am not there to hear the fallen tree, but let us say I am there, tree has fallen, and I have not heard it. What does that mean? It only means you have gone deaf. Brahman is described as expanding with contemplation. Bruha means expanding, and Man means contemplating. This name has been given to it because it is the Jiva that gives it such a name. Moreover, the Jiva has given this name from its own viewpoint. Jiva is the Atman that has decided to incarnate. Atman means At and Man means movement and thinking. So Jiva itself says, if I am thinking and moving, then Jiva, or the higher order of Jiva, the Brahm, must be, instead of thinking, contemplating, and instead of moving, expanding. So it's just dimensional change, something that is happening in 2D that happens in 3D or 4D. Otherwise, moreover, the Jiva has given this name from its own viewpoint. Otherwise, it has not disclosed its name to anybody till today, nor would it ever disclose it. Lalaji is talking about Brahm. Since the Jiva itself has movement, development, and thinking in it, it has given it a name according to its own nature, imagining it to be greater. In fact, it is neither greater nor smaller, neither limited nor limitless. It is as it is. And this name is good from that point of view of giving it a name. All the characteristics, all the attributes of Brahman are subject to the mind of the individual soul, the Jiva. He is with or without attributes, Saguna or Nirguna, according to Jiva's own concept. The Jiva fixed Brahm as the highest idea and the supreme goal to be attained according to its own understanding. Having done so, the Jiva has desired to mold itself likewise and achieve progress towards Brahm. This is the result of its intelligence, and when it evolves sufficiently in knowledge and in intellect, it will come to know that all these mental attributes of the Brahman were determined by its own understanding or knowledge. It will then accept the Brahman as without attributes, discarding the idea of Saguna Brahman. As we practice our heartfulness way, the Sahaj Marg Paddhati, with Guru's help, we move from one chakra to another chakra. We see things from different heights, and as we move on to a different heights of consciousness, we perceive ourselves, our surrounding, the very idea of Brahm differently. The consciousness will see one day, oh, God is so and so, or Brahm is so and so. It must be like that. It must not be like that. I feel His presence like this. So this idea, this concept They go on changing as we also advance spiritually. The Jiva finds peace in the fullness, the perfection of the Brahman, because it thinks itself as imperfect and incomplete, and loves flawlessness and perfection. This is the first point. Moment we say, "Oh, I know everything about God because I have read such and such a literature, I have mastered all the slokas from Vedas and Upanishads, Gitas, and whatnot," then we are like those donkeys, either carrying the bricks or sand or gold or the knowledge from the books. They become the burden, and after all, such a burden buries us. It won't allow the consciousness to expand. We have to make use of this knowledge in the right direction so that we can move on and appreciate that knowledge when we encounter such experiences justifying that knowledge. Then it is powerful, very powerful. Secondly, Lalaji says, according to the Jiva, the whole universe and existence, that is the whole of Brahmand, is in rotation. The earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, all are in rotation. And as such, the Jiva also finds itself in rotation. And since the cyclic rotation has some special purpose, it superimposes this purpose on all and thinks all to be possessing intellect and discrimination. It thinks even the most unwise to be wise in their work, and hence there is no wonder if the Jiva thinks the Brahman also to be wise. And when, after attaining knowledge and understanding, it attains peace and steadiness, it supposes Brahman also to be in the form of peace from head to heels and becomes quiet. When we ponder over this idea of Jiva, contemplating on the idea of Brahman or the source, suppose if we were not there as Jiva, if we were absent, who would think of Brahman? Similarly, Brahm, when not perceived by us, does it mean he is absent? The total opposite of the question posed that if I am not there to hear the fallen tree, but let us say I am there, tree has fallen, and I have not heard it. What does that mean? It only means you have gone deaf. When Brahm is present, God is everywhere in every nook and corner, and yet I don't see the presence. What does it mean? It will be like a deaf man not able to hear, and we, the ignorant, not able to feel. This is what Lalaji is highlighting in positive sense, in a positive words.